So I thought I'd just go with this, the Matisse, what's it called, Blue Nude or something.
Oh, no, that's different.
Yeah, the Blue Nude. And I really like this one, so I'm just mixed up a blue, and I'm just going to put on the basic shapes, and then I'm going to mix the salt in afterwards and put that on. We'll just see what happens. No biggie, I'm using a palette knife, so that's which is good. You feel like you don't have to try as hard.
Yeah.
Which is always good.
And sometimes I've just used a plastic knife that you buy from the shops, not a palette knife, because that gives an interesting effect as well.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to use a palette knife.
Yeah. Just anything, bit of card. Yeah, there's so many things you can do. I think before I used a palette knife, I used a bit of card because I was taking instruction from something else. I really like the effect of this, and this is just a really cheap piece of watercolour sort of paper that I had. So it's quite a bit thicker, but yeah, it's kind of almost falls into my scrap paper category, which is nice.
So this exercise is really mixing something else with the paint, isn't it? Well, and you're just going to do a section with them?
I don't know.
Salt?
I'm going to put salt in now. I don't know if that's too much or not.
No, I think have more rather than less. Oh, that's quite interesting. It makes it quite a bit darker as well.
Yeah. So I'm just going to, I don't know, just put it on. I've never done salt with paint. I think you've done most of the textural exercises, so
I have.
I've kind of got, I should do that, and then not done them.
Does it look a bit dry? Maybe you need to add a bit more.
It does look dry.
Squeeze a bit more paint in there.
Yeah, yep, that's just gonna, I mean, it should stick, I guess. But it's interesting to see, yeah, I'll add a bit more. You know what, I'm just gonna add white.
You can really hear it, can't you?
So grainy.
It's interesting because it's not easy to put on, is it?
It's not. But it's nice, these exercises where you don't have any expectation. You're not actually trying to even do something that you hope's going to look really good or turn into some awesome painting, because you've really... Are you?
That's right. It's like, what's this going to look like?
It's just fun and interesting, and I was actually quite excited just putting up not use paint on this paper with a palette knife. That was kind of, I quite like it though. I like the way it's kind of...
It's quite a different piece of work, isn't it, when you add other stuff?
Yeah. And
so that's just cheapo table salt that you've mixed?
Yeah, cooking salt. And so it's nice, quite grainy. It's not fine, which I think is good.
You can really see the textures.
Just fix her arm up a little bit because...
Well, can you fix it up?
Looking a bit disjointed now.
But I think
it's cool, isn't it?
It looks really dynamic and looks like there's a lot of movement, and yeah, when you compare it to that, they're so different, aren't they?
Yeah, and I love those little things where you didn't have enough, so you just add white, so then you've got two different tones.
That's right.
Where originally I would have hoped to have enough paint to mix it in with, and would have missed out on that having happened. So yeah.